And welcome once again to Living in the 21st Century. Joining me here today is singer Kalia Pullman, aka Empress 9. Also joining me is Natalia Brown, makeup artist. Ladies, welcome to Living in the 21st Century.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you for having us.
Well, Kalia, tell me something about yourself. You are a singer, you're just put out your first first song.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing wonders for yourself. Tell me a
Yes.
little bit about what's going on.
Okay, so I started off actually playing steel pan.
Nice.
I played steel pan from the time I was 6.
Well, that's good.
Thank you.
My daughter do the same thing.
Yeah, so I started playing that, and my mother taught me like how to read music,
Okay.
playing piano and little stuff like that. But pan was all like my main instrument. Then when I went to high school, I decided that I wanted to do something a little bit different, so I started playing drum set.
Oh, nice.
But being the only female, everybody's like, "Oh, don't you sing too? Don't you sing?" And I'm like, "No, I don't." But I guess I do a little bit because I always sing in the shower, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. So pretty much in my high school, probably like sophomore year,
Okay.
I started singing in the choir at school, and they brought us to different places to like perform, and I would perform in backgrounds and stuff like that. And I just started realizing I kind of have a voice.
Nice.
And I kind of like to hear it. So, as life goes on, I just realized that I wanted to find something different to focus on. So I just started singing. And now that's what I'm doing full time.
Nice. Now, I heard you mention that your mom taught you how to read music. Is your mother a music teacher? Is she a musician?
Yes. So my mom went to school for piano in England.
Okay.
That's what she got her degree in.
Nice.
And she was disciplined in piano, just like I was in steel pan from the time she was a little kid. She used to tell me stories about, because she has really long fingers.
Okay.
So she used to tell me how she had to play with a tennis ball under her hand and be like holding the keys so she can stretch her hands out and stuff like that.
Okay.
So I was like, oh my gosh, this is like real cool stuff. So I don't know. I just started like trying to be like her, I guess, but do it in my own way. As you can see, I'm like rebellious in a way.
Well,
I got my own style.
I can't tell from your appearance.
I guess you don't want to judge a book by its cover, but
Okay.
I have my own thing going on, so she just let me do my own thing. So
Okay. Well, we're pretty nice.
thank you.
And Natalia,
Yeah.
you are a makeup artist. Now, tell me a little bit about your career and your choice of making up Kalia's face and so forth. Tell me something good about what you do as a makeup artist.
Well, I have been pretty much doing makeup. Well, I wouldn't say professional makeup for pretty much my entire life now.
Okay.
I
Nice.
love it. It's therapy to me. But with Haley, it's very therapeutic with her because she's an artist, and
Right.
the way me and her came up to be, we were
Okay.
friends. How long now?
Oh, 5 years.
5 years now.
Okay.
We met in summer school, and ever since then we just became close over the years. And when I heard that she was an up and coming artist, I
Right.
was like, okay, so let me take my my skills and put it on, work it on her. And so ever since then, we've been working together for a little while now, not too long, but we're
Got
getting
a
there.
lot of stuff to go.
Yes, definitely.
So what really is the art of? And this may be a dumb question coming from a man.
No,
'cause
no, not at
everybody
all.
focus on it.
Not at all, not at all.
What really is the foundation of transforming one's person's face from its natural look to, I don't want to use the word artificial, but artificial and more beautiful? What's the foundation for that?
I would say foundation is. I haven't really haven't had that question asked to me. I'd say the foundation is just mainly doing your own thing.
Okay.
You have to feel comfortable in your own skin
Yes.
and people around you that they trust you to
Okay.
make them look good. It's kind of when you have that thrive and just have that rush of okay,
Right.
I can make your face look a certain type of way. You go for it. I feel like that's the foundation. Is I can make you look good. It's
Okay.
that it's the people around you
Okay.
that make you okay. That's the foundation.
But
It's the
for me,
people.
it's like with makeup. So with her, when she started doing my makeup, it was more dramatic because
Okay.
like my mom would teach me how to, I could do the basic stuff, make your eyelashes look nice, make your eyebrows, whatever, your lipstick, cool. But it's more about like enhancement. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Those little imperfections about your skin or your face or whatever that you feel like, okay, my eyebrows have a little bit less hair,
Okay.
or my lips don't look so defined, or maybe my cheeks look fat and I want them to look a little bit thinner. You get what I'm saying? That's not something.
Can you actually do that? Though?
Oh yes, this makeup you can literally.
We can work wonders.
Son, you can make yourself
Definitely.
look like
Definitely.
anything. I could
Anything.
make myself look like you if I want to.
No, it's a
For
fact.
real, people
she's
there's
right.
artists
She's
that
right.
can, you can literally do your makeup to look like anybody. You can look like
Right.
anything. This is called contouring. She's been teaching me like you
Contouring,
can.
highlight,
It's like
yeah.
about the different shades and stuff like that. Because if you notice, not everybody's face is one color.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So there's like different angles and stuff like that that you have to like, you know, shadow as far as this and that, like different colors and stuff like that. That
Right.
you would make it look more defined and more like, you know, finished rather than all the blemishes and imperfections that we have as normal people, which
Right.
I don't care about either way. You get what I'm saying? Because like she said, you have to be comfortable in your own skin.
Yes.
But
Yeah. Well, I mean, this would bring me to this question because there are many people with different color tones, probably different texture skins. Some may be dry, some may be oily. Is there some form of makeup that has an ingredient to take care of these different
ailments and stuff.
exactly?
Yeah.
You know, because I believe that since there's so much problems with skin in various people, that the makeup may have to be, I don't know.
Customized.
Right, right.
Well,
So-
I feel the one product best for me, honestly, on the market today is Fenty Beauty by Rihanna. Because she has every tone you can think of, like from your darkest person to the lightest. And it's a matte finish. So with people, 90% of a lot of people that come in to get their makeup done by me have oily skin.
Okay.
So using that product, it just makes it matte and finish just
So
like
matte,
that.
so matte means like a
matte,
dry
yeah,
finish,
dry
whereas it
finish
doesn't look more greasy and oily and
Yes.
shiny, which is called dewy, when it looks like your face is more like kind of damp. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
But so like for my skin, there is makeup for that. Like you have makeup for people with oily skin or makeup for people with dry skin.
Right.
People that have like if you need light coverage, meaning like you don't need it to be looking super caked, or you need heavy coverage, you know, full coverage, where like as soon as you put it on, it looks like a whole skin color. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's different stuff. Like you can put makeup on your skin. Like I can cover this up. You would have never even seen this. If
Okay.
you get what I'm saying? There's sometimes you can do it like that too.
Yeah, that's more for movies.
Exactly,
and, yeah.
or like different type of settings. So
Yeah.
makeup is just about making yourself look like however you want to look.
Okay. You just mentioned authentic beauty from Rihanna. This is Rihanna from Barbados.
Yes, Rihanna
So-
from Barbados. The
No,
artist, the singer.
I asked deep questions,
yeah,
right?
no.
Now, Rihanna just came to town, and makeup was out there for probably for decades. I don't
Exactly,
really know.
and how she come and
Right.
conquer it like that, right?
Yeah.
How could she, or how could they develop something for her that tailors basically to everyone?
It's not about they developed it. It's about she developed it. She noticed that you can go to any store, CVS, MAC, Sephora, whatever type of makeup stores that they have, and a lot of the times you'll have those, like certain people's skin, like for me, for instance, my skin tone is in between a lot of different shades. It's not like one shade. You get what I'm
Right,
saying?
okay.
So like if I was to put on the makeup that doesn't suit me, I can turn out where your face looks like a different color than your neck or your
Okay.
arms or this and that. You get what I'm saying? So she has those shades where it's in between. Those like imagine if you have a half size,
Right.
and then you know that the brand of the shoes that you want don't carry a half size. How you gonna fit the shoe? You don't want it to be too big or you don't want it to be too small.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? So
She
she
j-
just
she has
came up
that
with
exact,
that
yeah.
in between everything from the palest of the pale to the darkest of the dark. And that makes it like more, you know what I'm saying? You can have fun with it. You can literally have as much fun as you want with the makeup with her. And that's a lot of, like, my main item in my makeup is definitely from Fenty.
Okay.
What
My
I-
main one.
I just want to what I like the most about it, it's the fact that a lot of industries out today that make foundations,
Okay.
you can't really find, a lot of African American women can't find their complexion either. It's too light or it's too dark. So the fact that she made every foundation for everyone, that's why it helps me in my industry, because
Right.
I can pick that exact color for that person. And it's not hard for me to, dibble dabble in
And
each
she's
color.
fair with the price range,
Yeah, it's
because
fair,
let me tell you,
right?
I did not want to be spending heaps and heaps of money on makeup
Right,
at
right.
all. But she got a nice price range, and it's like affordable for people. She knew what she was doing. Let's just put it that way. She's smart.
Nice.
Very smart.
Nice. So, since we touched a little bit on makeup, now tell me where exactly your goals are when it comes to your career. What is your next move from here? What are you going to do to take your career to the next level? What are your immediate plans right now?
So I have a EP in the making, which is EP means extended play.
Okay.
And that is it's no longer than 30 minutes of like music, but it would be like 4 songs. And that's just like a preview of my album. With that, I plan on having at least 2 videos that will be put on major platforms.
Okay.
And I plan on, marketing them as strongly as I can all over the place. And it's my next move after my EP. I'm gonna start working on merchandise.
Okay.
Meaning like some sort of, it could be a hat, maybe shirts, anything, like something, because I have an interesting style, and a lot of people like, a lot of my friends or just people just naturally gravitate towards me. So I feel like I should try to, use that as a vehicle to get my music and to get my whole image and the brand out there, so that the world starts knowing who Empress Nunn really is, because I'm definitely somebody, and I'm trying to figure out who I am as well. So yep, that's it.
Well, some things I would love to ask you though. There are a lot of young people your age and around your age group who are into the area of performing arts. And I guess they probably got similar visions to what you have. But for some reason, I don't know if it's a marketing skill, they don't seem to know how to get to the next step. And when you look at Rihanna or you look at other similar artists, for some reason they were founded by someone and they were then elevated and promoted and so forth. I know you have your plan together, you just stated. But I want to look at the reality of it. How are you going to really market it? You said you were going to, I can't exactly remember exactly what you said, but you just do your video exactly and do other things. Does it guarantee when you do that you're going to really make money to go to the next level? Because when I look on YouTube, I see a lot of good performances by many people, but if you look at their life in reality, they are not really a superstar. And I think it's everyone's inclination to become a superstar. And this is a question I'm really asking you. You look like superstardom. So I want to know how you're going to really throttle your way through to that next level.
Thank you. So thank you for that, by the way. I put that faith into Jah. Like, honestly, I can just keep going and doing what I need to do and just manifest the best thing that I can. Honestly, you never know. It's about putting your foot out there and like networking with the right people, and hopefully the right person in the right seat will say, you know what, let's bring her into the seat next to us. Like how you just brought me here. Like I would never expect to be in a situation like this so young in my career, because I did just start releasing my music in May. So the fact that I've been on a radio interview all the way in Barbados, I've got a lot of love in Boston. I did a performance and like I've got photo shoots from it. I've got just a lot of love in such a short space of time, and I have so much other stuff like in the works, and it's just like mind blowing. Like I can only imagine what it's gonna be a year from now. You get what I'm saying? And that's honestly because I feel like I said, I just put the best energy that I can out there and just hope that I get it back.
So right now, you have a large audience following you, right? Right. Do you have a manager already?
I don't. Not yet. But of course, that's been buzzing around. Everybody's like, oh, Lena, let me,
Okay, that's nice. Okay. We'll get back to that pretty shortly.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay, so Natalia, I sure not only in terms of being Kelly's makeup artist, I'm sure that when it comes to makeup artists, I mean, that's a huge world. Both in the television realm and in the performing arts realm, there's someone needed all the time for makeup artists. I mean, you can't get enough of those. I see that and you know that for a fact, right?
That's they need it every 24/7.
It's a fact. I'm telling you this. Matter of fact, the person I'm going to interview next week, they have their own TV program. They just set up and they're looking to compete in the Oscars and so forth and that kind of stuff. And I interviewed them a couple of weeks gone back, and I sure they would love to get a hand on maybe like you. I don't know, but but where do you see your career go from this point on as a makeup artist?
As a makeup artist, right now I see it going very far only because I do have Empress 9 in my future, which that gets me excited because I know if I stay with her, yes, it's gonna take a while, you know, to get there. But honestly, I know with Empress 9, definitely, she's my girl to go to. I honestly, I would not really want anybody else. Honestly, honestly,
I love to see so much love
yes, you don't see a lot of people stick together nowadays. So with Empress,
I think you're doing a good thing.
Definitely,
I know. Look, I know a potential good artist when I see one, and it's there. It's there.
Thank you.
Right?
Yes.
It's there. My another question to you, right, Kelia? Now we see, and this is a fact, a lot of young Americans who came into the spotlight and become performing artists, for some reason, a good set of them fell, and they fell because I don't know if they was overpowered by their stardom, or the fall into drugs, right? What would you advise young people who are getting in, like yourself, who are getting into performing arts? Because this is important. We see a lot of young people turn to drugs early, and their careers got shattered. Yeah. And we saw a lot of them became stupid because of the spotlight and the paparazzi that were surrounding them and so forth. It all got to them heads. Yeah. How important is it to maintain a calm, level head and really pursue your dreams without this kind of conflict popping up from time to time?
Well, there's a lot that goes into that question because I don't want to get emotional, but like in order for me to even do this, I felt like I have the support of my grandparents who I can just hear them in my head. You better not get in a big head. You better not. You better not. You better stay humble. And that just be ringing in my head. And my grandfather and my grandmother who passed away in January, she was like, you know, my biggest fan before I even knew what I was gonna be. You get what I'm saying? And her and my mother and everybody, and with the older people in my head all the time, I have no choice but to remain as humble as I can because I know they always tell you you're not gonna get you're not gonna get far if you if you you know, put yourself out there too much. Like you don't bite off too much more than you can chew. So at any time, like when people tell me that they like my music and they like so shocked sometimes, even when people want to take pictures of me, I'm like, like I get nervous and I'm like, you get what I'm saying? Because I know I'm confident in who I am, and I'm not like, you know, insecure or anything like that, but I just know that there's always work to do. So I don't want you to act like, oh, this is it, you're it, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Because no, like there's so much more to learn, there's so much more to see, there's so much more to be around, like, and I just would always suggest people to realize that even if you think that you're on your worst end, there's somebody worse than you, and even if you think that it's the best day of your life, there's somebody that's having a better one. So it's all about you achieving the highest at all times. Just keep reaching for higher, and as long as you do that, you have no choice but to remain humble because you know that you're grounded. You have to keep elevating. I'm not there yet. You get what I'm saying? So that's all I can keep thinking. You're not there yet, but you're gonna get there. But who knows when? So you gotta reach. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta keep going. That's it.
So what do you think though that many of I'm just trying to get to the bottom. What do you think many of these younger folks would have folded to the pressure that they were confronted with? And I believe that the peer pressure gets out there to these artists.
Most definitely.
We saw it happen with people like Britney Spears, and the list goes on and on.
Just now Demi Lovato and this and that.
You know, for some reason, I don't know if it's the fame and it got to their heads too quick, and they couldn't handle it, and they just do whatever they think they can.
I can tell you exactly what it is. Honestly, not to cut you off, but it's just easy. It's just easy. It's just the easy way out. It's easy to just sit there and let everybody tell you, yes, you know, you're just, you know, this, you're amazing. Just do, and then it's just easy to be like, okay, great. Like what, you know, just go with the flow. But it's harder to be more like strict and concise and have people look at you like, oh, she doesn't want to do that. Well, why? Like, to me, I'm that person that doesn't care. I don't care if you think I'm weird. Like, I don't want to do it, and I'm not going to do it, and I'm gone. So, like, you know what I mean? And I'm gone, like, faster than you blink. Like, then that's the thing about me that a lot of people end up loving, because they know, like, you know what? She is how she is, and she's fair. Like, I'm not a perfect person in any way, but, like, I just love my people, and I just, like, and I love myself. That's it at the end of the day. I love myself. So if I feel like this situation is not going to make me love myself more or make my friends love themselves more or whatever, we're gone.
Because so you're going to be an inspiration no matter what.
Yes.
I think that is vitally important. I think the younger folks are looking at to people like themselves, young like themselves, but be a pillow in their lives. And for the mere fact that you have more distractions and more problematic people than pillows, that's the reason why a lot of them fall. Yeah. And sometimes the parents tell them all the things that are good and how to be careful. Exactly. And it still doesn't make a difference because
you don't want to hear what your parents say. It's easy. My mother always used to tell me that you listen to what your friends say or what your sister say more than me, because it's just like, I mean, that's your mom, like, really. I mean, but now I sit there and listen to my mom like, you know what, you're right about every single thing. You're really right. I have no choice. But like, I don't know. It's all about growing pains. I think, and I'm always an advocate for those rebellious kids out there to just be rebellious, but also be smart. Right. That's the truth. Like, you can be you. Don't feel like you can't be you, because if you're you and it's fair and it's like, strategic and it's not just bombastic and crazy for no reason, and you're just trying, like, not caring about life. You get what I'm saying? Because you have to have a value for life, and you have to value, the fact that at some point, even if you're a man, you can put together to make a child. You have to think about your legacy and everything that you're doing before, because it can reach back to you or your kid's life. You get what I'm saying? Exactly. So you don't want to be out here just going crazy and then wonder why when you have kids and they're, it's just wild. Right. You got to think about everything and everybody around you. Okay. So.
Okay. And back to you again, Natalia. So for every young aspiring makeup artist, what kind of advice would you give them if they're going to prosper in their career? Or what vision or hope would you want to share with them to hold on to their dreams?
I would say to them, like my mother says, never, ever, 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 ever stop. Even if you are at your highest or you feel like at your highest in your career, don't stop. Don't let that little thing stop you from that comfort or somebody bothering you or bad energy in your life. Don't let it stop you, because if you let it stop you, you're going to go right back to square one or right back to A when you're trying to go to B. Right. So I just say, just don't stop. Just don't stop what you're doing. And
excuse me. So what you think about those people, excuse me, who work in the cosmetology stores, who just do, oh gosh.
You okay?
Throat goes sore. Who just do a day-to-day job. What advice would you give them?
Day-to-day job, I would say just don't let this be the only thing that you do in your life, because there's other things out there. Like traveling or freelancing. Freelance is what I do. I go to people call me, hey, I need this, brides, if some celebrities itself, where they need me on the spot. You can't just stay in just one spot, because when you stay in one spot, you're gonna feel stuck. So I would say venture out, travel the world. It's in the industry, especially the beauty industry, you can travel the world. You don't have to just stay in one spot, because the beauty industry is more than makeup. It's hair, skin, and nails. So that in one, there's everything around you. You can.
So should they search for like models?
Yes, models, actors, actresses, you name it. Anywhere that has anything with television or the media, they'll always need that in their field, always. So I would say always venture out. Just don't stay in one place.
Network.
Right. Always.
Okay.
And a lot of young people don't really realize that, when we like to go out and party and, have fun with these people and do things like that, that's avenues that you're supposed to get your talent and your whatever it is you do, you're supposed to get that out there. Because when we go to parties or whatever like that, we always talk, they bring you water, they always talk about, what do you do? Like, well, who are you? You know, you always get that question because of
Always.
your energy, like,
Because
and
of
naturally,
who you
you know how you come in and you enter,
Present
like,
yourself.
exactly, you present yourself, and people's like, okay, this is a girl, and she, you know what I'm saying? It's just weird. Whatever you're
Right.
thinking in your mind, you just want to know who I am. So when you want to know, I'm gonna tell you.
Exactly.
And now
Exactly.
I have now let you into my world, and now you have to either add me on Instagram, add me on
Right,
Facebook, something. And most of the time, we're gonna connect. It's don't always have to be, you know, getting somebody's number because you need to hang out with them. Like, we need to realize that as we are getting older, if you take pictures on your phone,
Right.
if you like to cook, whatever it is you can do, you need to make that be what you're,
Right.
what you can do. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because a lot of us don't have the money to be going to college or
Yes.
to be doing a lot of the things that may have be the what do they call it, the textbook way to make, you know, make yourself happen. But we all have talent. We all have something that we can do.
Yes.
And whatever you can do, trust me, you can make money off of it.
Correct.
Definitely.
So it's about just
Naturally.
exactly about just networking and connecting yourself out there. Like she said, don't stay in one spot. Don't stay in one spot ever.
Ever.
Sounds like a good vision.
Thank you.
Okay. So a common question I'm gonna ask you now. Do you see yourself even going as far as Rihanna?
I can only hope and pray that I get where, at least a little close to where she's at. You get what I'm saying? And I hope, I mean, I've met her, which is the beauty part about it as
Okay.
well. I met her right at home. We was in her mom's store, and it was beautiful. Like, and that was years ago when they had Exotic in Barbados. That was at the club. But she was also at the club too. So yeah, we partied. I don't know if she's gonna remember me, you know what I mean? But hey, girl, if you see me. But yeah, I hope so. I definitely do hope so. But you know, I want to get as far as Empress 9 is supposed to go.
Okay.
Really, I don't really want to be like anybody else, but I want the world to see whatever it is I have to offer, and hopefully
Okay.
they end up loving it.
So what specifically songs do you like to sing? Is it calypso? Is it R&B? Is it?
It's a mix, honestly. I've heard a lot of different feedback about my voice. I've heard people say I sound like how I talk. Like the tone of my voice sounds like how I talk. I'm just gonna tell you my influences. I'm influenced by Sade, who is more like an eclectic. She's like R&B, soft rock type of thing. Aaliyah, who was definitely an R&B artist. Rihanna's definitely an inspiration. And I like a lot of reggae artists. So I like Anthony B, I like Luciano, I like Luton Fire, Richie Spice, Buju, Barris Hammond. So I have like a lot of different, you know, then when I went to school, I was with jazz.
Okay.
So there's just a lot of different stuff in my voice and my music, because I have a producer that I went to high school with.
Right.
He makes my music fit to my voice.
Nice.
So in a sense, I don't really know how to answer that question. I'm trying to create my own genre that I don't even know the name of.
Okay.
But it's just
Right, it's like a mixture
it's
of
just a
everything.
mixture of
It's
everything.
literally
It
a
feels
mixture
good.
of
It's
everything.
just feel good music. It could give you that R&B vibe, or it could give you that reggae vibe, all at the same time. You never
But
know.
that sounds pretty good to be so flexible in what you do.
Thank you.
And who knows, maybe that is what the world out there looking for. Rather than
Exactly.
just one specific tone, you can combine several different tones together, come up with a nice sound,
Yeah.
so everybody get a little bit of their own voice.
Exactly.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty good.
That's what I'm about. And that's actually what I wanted to do when I was like 6 years old, to be honest with you. When I first started playing pan, I always told my mother that I'm like, Mommy, I want to have my own genre.
Okay.
And hopefully that's what I'm going to do.
That sounds pretty nice. Sounds pretty nice. Well, we are in the last 2 minutes of our program. We got through this.
We
Right?
sure
Yeah,
did.
it did.
So my last question go to you, Natalia. Is there anything finally you would like to say to the young audience out there concerning
I
what
just
you
want
do?
to say, follow your dreams no matter what. Don't stop. Don't ever let anybody tell you you can't do it, because you definitely can. There's
Nice.
always something out there for you, and just make the world a better place.
Nice. Very
Aw,
nice.
she's so sweet.
So nice. What would be your advice?
You know, pretty much the same exact thing. Just keep going. Like, don't let anybody tell you that you can't make whatever your dreams are happen, because trust me, dreams come true every day. Every day that you wake up, trust me, there's somebody that didn't wake up. So that was a dream to come true. You get what I'm saying?
true.
So you just keep going and believe that whatever you're meant to do is going to happen.
Nice. Well, on that final note, we've come to the end of our program. And to all those who have been tuning in, thank you once more.